Hi there, this is the Informational Project Guidelines and Grading Rubric. There will be this audio link, of course, inserted into the document for you to use as needed. You want to choose an informational issue that you can research online. This topic can be on climate, endangered species, or another topic having to do with nature. Projects are worth up to 40 points. You must select a topic for which you can find several sources of information online. So if you choose a topic that maybe is really current or not really widely known about and you can't find a lot of information on it, then you're going to want to switch topics and choose something else that you find interesting. This will be due on Wednesday, 11/22. The directions for the assignment are as follows. Your informational essay should be written using a problem-solution format for organizing your ideas and research. Your mini research project will be 500 to 750 words, and you can use different mediums for creating your project. You can use PowerPoint, Prezi, or Word. So you can do the traditional essay in Word. You can do more like a presentation in PowerPoint or Prezi, but either way, the written component should be at least 500 words, upwards to 750 words. Try to stay within that guideline because this is just a mini research project. The components included in your research will be 5 steps. Part 1, introduce your topic and why it presents an issue for humanity. So what's the problem? Part 2, give a history of the issue. Explain why this issue has become a problem. Be sure to give specific details and examples to support your project's main ideas. Part 3, share with readers some proposed solutions for this issue. Part 4, personal reflection on this topic. Why did you choose this? What do you think is the best way that the issue can be solved? So if you found maybe 3 or 4 different proposed solutions, which one do you think is the best way to go? So put your opinion in there in Part 4. Part 5 is a reference list. Include the URL for at least 2 credible sources used in your project. If you do a works cited page, you can earn up to 5 extra credit points for an accurate MLA works cited page. Refer to easybib.com for easy formatting of website information. So extra credit for the accurate MLA formatted works cited page, but at the very least, it is required that you turn in a reference list. So at least give me the URL for 2 credible sources. You must use quotes, summarized information, and paraphrasing from at least 2 credible online sources. To accurately reference online sources, make sure to name your source in your essay for relevant information. So there are 2 ways that you can cite online resources in your writing. I'm asking you to just very simply mention your source in your paper. So for example, the emerald ash borer, according to the University of Arkansas, is an invasive insect from Asia. So I have a direct quote here from an article that I read from the University of Arkansas. So the easiest way to give credit to my reference source is to simply just name it and let you know that, hey, this is where that quote came from, or this is where that paraphrased or summarized information came from. So that is the easiest way to give credit to an online resource. The second thing you can do is a parenthetical citation. You can earn up to 5 extra credit points for using proper MLA formatting to cite both paraphrased information and direct quotations or summarized information as well. So for example, quote goes here. So you have a direct quote in quotation marks, and then your source said the teacher, but that's not enough to tell your reader who the teacher is or where the information came from. So you would put in parenthetical citation the last name of the author of your online resource and the page number if it were a book. So if it's an online resource, you don't actually have a page number. If it's a book, you would. So you might be using a book. I'm asking for online sources, but if you do happen to use a book, then it's author's last name and page number. If it's an online resource, it will just be the author's last name or your source information reference that would relate back to the works cited page. So if you don't have an author, the first thing on your works cited page could be the title of your article. So you would put an abbreviated title in here. Again, no page number for an online source. You only use page numbers for print text. You can always use Purdue-OWL to help with in-text citations as well. That's a great resource for you. Keep in mind that you are creating an informational document. Use at least 3 text features in addition to the title of your project. So while the title is a text feature, your project should be titled, so that text feature is just part of what you're going to include in a completed project. So you're looking for 3 additional text features. You can refer to the study guide text features, lesson slides, and class recordings for a list of examples of text features. But text features will include, but are not limited to, subheadings, bold font, graphics, maps, etc. So there are a ton of different text features you can use. I'm looking for 3 in addition to the title. So I do expect your project to be titled and 3 additional text features, so you have at least 4. The grading rubric is pretty straightforward with the projects that we've done before. You'll notice that the only thing that has really changed are the resources and format expectations. I am looking for MLA formatting in the body of your essay or of your work, so there should be a heading, there should be a header. Even if it's a PowerPoint presentation, you should be including that information on your title slide. And if you're doing an essay, you should have the header up in the right-hand corner and you should have the heading on the left side. Everything should be indented properly, 12-point font, all of that stuff. You also want to make sure that you're proofreading for any errors in format, and also the only thing, of course, is the in-text citation and the reference list. I am looking for you mentioning your sources in your text. Parenthetical citations will be extra credit, and the reference list is part of the requirements, but a works cited page in MLA formatting is extra credit. So I still want you working on doing proper MLA formatting. You'll find that useful in the future, but as far as the project goes, I'm really looking at content here. So you'll notice a few changes in those requirements there, and then any extra credit that you receive will be added at the bottom of the rubric. So it's actually up to 10 points of extra credit, 5 for in-text citations, and 5 for the works cited page. If you have any questions or concerns about the project, just let me know.